New London and Niantic tenant members have made it clear that they're pushing back on Alpha Capital, trying to turn their apartments into condos and raising their rent. They're taking to the streets to announce that the boycott against them has started. Niantic and New London tenant union members took to the streets Wednesday morning to bring awareness to issues going on at Bay Point Apartments in Niantic. Caroline Fermo says ever since the complex came under new management, new issues have come up.
When Alpha Capital came in and took over Bay Point, formerly Windward Villages here in Niantic, a slew of issues started to arise, from people's leases being ended to being moved to month, rents being hiked up hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, issues with maintenance requests not being answered.
The latest problem is a planned condo conversion of the Bay Point Apartments. Families say in November of last year, they received a notice from Alpha Capital about the plan that could start as early as next week. For people who don't want to purchase a condo, they can vacate their homes without penalty, but this now puts seniors like Nancy Foster in a bind.
We've owned our home for over 50 years. We sold, we donated, and we moved in due to some problems with our health, et cetera, and we expected to just live out our days comfortably. There's the threat of them turning our apartment into a condominium. It's scary. It's very, very discomforting.
The Fosters say their leases were moved month to month, while others had their leases increased overall. Nancy's husband, Chris, put into perspective the rising rent.
One lady, her rent had been $1,300, and they raised it $900. What's that? 42%, something like that. This is not comfortable, stable living, which is something we wanted.
More than half of the tenants have exercised their rights to stay on the property based on the just cause eviction law. However, many living at Bay Point don't fall in that protected bracket, which is why they are asking lawmakers like Dan Gajewski to help argue for an expansion to the law.
We've made progress in the legislature by passing HB 8022 during special session, and we can continue that by passing just cause evictions in the legislature this short session.
Tenants say they haven't been able to reach Alpha Capital, but if they were able to, they want to argue for long-term leases, especially for seniors and the disabled, and advocate for more housing security. We reached out to Alpha Capital, but have not heard back. Union leaders say that they're accepting more members to join in the fight against Alpha Capital. They say that the problem could get worse if more work isn't done. In East Lyme, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.